welcome to the Hub of Knowledge Study Style. Guys, I hope you all are doing well amid lockdown. So in continuation of our word map series, I have come with part 2 of South American continent physical features. As in my previous video, I told you about some of the features of South American continent. Now we will cover the leftover parts we have not done in part 1. So let's start with this. First, let us recall some of the things which we have read in the part 1. So guys, as you can see it over here, I told you about the Brazil, the major country in the South American continent, which is touching the boundary with almost all the countries of South America except two, that is Ecuador and Chile. And then I told you about this Panama country. This is dividing this Colombia in two parts. One part is touching this Pacific Ocean and the other part of Colombia, as you can see it over here, it is touching this North Atlantic Ocean. Then you know that we read about these Andes Mountains. It is the longest mountain chain in the world, starting from the northern South America to the southern tip of over here in the Chile. So these Andes Mountain passes through 7 nations of this continent, that is Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile. Yeah, 7 countries. So I also told you about the Guana Highlands, which lie in 3 countries of South American continent, and the countries are Venezuela, Guana and this Brazil. So these are the Guana Highlands. From here originates a river, I told you, the Orinoco River, which originates from here Venezuela, and then some part of it lies in Colombia, and then it takes U-turn and then comes into Venezuela and drains into this Caribbean Sea, that is Atlantic Ocean. So one important thing to consider here is this is equator, as you know, 0 degree, and these Guana Highlands lie in the northern hemisphere. So this is very important thing that you should know, that Guana Highlands lie in the northern hemisphere. As you can see that these lie to the north of equator. Now guys, you can see it over here that this is South American continent, and you can see that these are Andes. Okay, and I told you that this is Amazin Basin. As in my previous video, I told you that Amazon River passes from here and then it flows into this Atlantic Ocean. And here you can see to the east of these Amazon Basin, here lies Brazilian Highlands. And from here originates a river, that is Paraná River. So let me show you this Paraná River by making a map, and then I will show you it in the map also. So guys, as I told you that these are the selvas. In my previous video I told you about these things, and to the south of it lie here Mato Grosso. So this is Mato Grosso Plateau, and to the east of selvas you can say here lies, these are Brazilian Highlands. So as I told you that Paraná River originates from somewhat here, from the north of these Brazilian Highlands. So this Paraná River passes through these 3 countries, that is Brazil, Paraguay and Argentina. And also here you can see this is Mato Grosso Plateau, and from here originates a river, that is Paraguay River. So don't confuse between this Paraguay and Paraná River. So these 2 rivers are different. Paraguay originates from Mato Grosso Plateau and Paraná River originates from the Brazilian Highlands. So they meet over here and make one stream. And also from Brazilian Highlands to the south of this Brazilian Highlands, you can say, from here originates a river, that is, this is Uruguay River. And it meets over here this stream, and they fall over here in Rio de Plateau. This Rio de Plateau is the estuary. Actually these Paraná and Uruguay rivers make the estuary, and this Rio de Plateau is the estuary formed by the confluence of these rivers Paraguay and Uruguay. So you just have to consider this. This is very important thing, that these rivers don't make delta but make estuary. So if you have heard about the Narmada and Tapi rivers in our country, they are also the rivers which are west flowing rivers, and they do not form delta but make estuary. In the same way, these rivers also make estuary, do not make delta. I hope these things are clear to you. Let me show you these concepts in the map to make your understanding more clear. One more important thing I want to tell you, that this Paraguay River passes through 4 countries, that is Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay and Argentina. So just be clear about these rivers. And I told you that this Paraná River passes through 3 countries, that is Brazil, Paraguay and Argentina. So guys, as you are seeing this map, you can see it over here that this is Brazil, and over here lies Brazilian Highlands, and from the north of Brazilian Highlands here originates a river, that is Paraná River. As you can see it over here, this is Paraná River, and then Here lies Mato Grosso Plateau. From here originates a river, that is Paraguay River. As you can see it over here, this is Paraguay River, and these are meeting over here. These both rivers are meeting over here and making a single stream which is going like this. And then from these Brazilian Highlands, as you can see, this is the Brazilian Highlands, and from here originates a river. From the south of these Brazilian Highlands originates a river, that is Uruguay River, and it is joining these Parana River, and they are falling into Rio de la Plata, and here they make estuary and do not make delta. So guys, this Parana River is the second largest river of the South America. As I told you about the Amazon River yesterday, it is the first one. So guys, you can see it over here that these are the rivers: Paraguay River, Parana River and Uruguay River, and these are the countries from which it passes. As you can see, Paraguay River passes through Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay and Argentina. Parana River passes through Brazil, Paraguay and Argentina, and Uruguay River passes through Brazil, Uruguay and Argentina. And as I told you that Rio de la Plata lies between Uruguay and Argentina. As you can see it over here that this is Uruguay and this is Argentina, and here this portion is Rio de la Plata, which is estuary and formed by the confluence of the rivers Parana and Uruguay. So guys, as you can see it over here that these are the Guana Highlands. These lie to the north of equator, that means they are in northern hemisphere. And here you can see this is Brazilian Highlands, and this is Amazin River Basin, and almost here lies Mato Grosso Plateau, that means to the west of Brazilian Highlands. And these are the Andes, which are the longest mountain chain in the world. And here you can see over here between Uruguay and Argentina, here lies Rio de la Plata. So guys, as you can see it over here that these are the Brazilian Highlands, and to the west of these lie Mato Grosso Plateau, and here you can see these are the selvas, and obviously these are the Andes. One more important thing I want to tell you guys that as you know that these are selvas and these are the Guana Highlands, so some part of it overlaps. So some part of Guana Highlands overlaps with the selvas. So this is very important thing to know that these overlap, some part of them overlap. So guys, as you can see it over here that these are the Andes mountain range. It is the longest mountain chain of the whole world, and the highest mountain peak of Andes it lies over here, this one. It lies in Argentina, and the name is Mount Aconcagua. So this Mount Aconcagua is the highest mountain peak of Andes, and it is the highest mountain peak of the Western Hemisphere. As I told you in my previous videos that the highest point of Rocky Mountain is Mount Logan and Mount McKinley. Mount McKinley is not part of Rocky Mountains because it lies in Alaska. So the highest point of Rocky Mountains that lies in North America is Mount Logan. And over here in South America on the Andes is Mount Aconcagua. So guys, you can see it over here. This is Rio de la Plata, which lies between Uruguay and Argentina, as I told you. So you can see it over here that Mount Aconcagua is almost straight to this. That means it lies in the front of Rio de la Plata. They might be on the same latitude. So as I told you that these Andes mountain passes through 7 nations. These are the 7 nations: Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Argentina and Chile. And you can see over here that this is Bolivia country, and the widest part of these Andes mountains lies over here in Bolivia. So guys, one more important thing, you can see it over here. As you can see it over here that this is Mount Aconcagua, and to the north of this here it lies Mount Ojos del Salado. Mount Ojos del Salado is the highest active volcano in the world, and it is located over here in Argentina. So you can say that Mount Aconcagua and also this Mount Ojos del Salado, they both lies in Argentina, and this Ojos del Salado lies to the north of Mount Aconcagua. Guys, you can see it over here also. This is Mount Aconcagua, which lies in Argentina, highest peak of Andes mountains, and this is Mount Ojos del Salado, which is the highest active volcano in the world, and they both lies in Argentina. So guys, this was for today, and I hope you are getting the things clear. I will bring part 3 of this video also, so that we can cover more features of South American continent. Till then, watch these videos and practice maps by your own. And guys, if you like my video, please like it. Don't forget to comment on it and share it with your friends as much as possible you can. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.